Hello there everyone, and welcome to a brand new series of Spooky Coast of the Week. I hope you all had a fantastic few weeks so far. Like I said, if you've not checked out last week's episode of Coast of the Week, that is now available online for you to watch. But anyway, let's get straight down into the spooky business. So basically for the next 4 awesome weeks, we are going to be having 4 spooky roller coasters reviewed here on Branthwaite Productions. So why did I do another series of Spooky Coaster of the Week? Because last year it was very popular, some good coasters were there, and this year it has all been refreshed up, because this year it is going to have new titles, there's going to be soundtracks in there, and there also might be a few other strange things going on as well with me in the video as well, so you have to find out what might happen to me in them videos. So that is something that I'm going to be doing in these videos for you near the end also. So basically, what we're going to be reviewing this week, we are going to be reviewing a roller coaster called the Blade. Now this is a very, very short roller coaster, and plus this coaster goes a long way up on a lift, and then it makes its way down a huge drop with fire hoops and even blades at the bottom of it, and it does go quite fast. It's quite a short coaster, it's basically quite fast, and there's something that might happen to it, so make sure you stay tuned after we've been through the statistics and field data in a minute. Right then, here we go. We're going to have a look at the statistics of this roller coaster. Like I said, it's called the Blade. It is a very short coaster, and like I said, something is going to happen to it near towards the end after it's gone past the fire hoops and up the track. So let's have a look at the statistics before we get going. So £5,340 to build for this ride. Capacity is 4, and the duration is 49 seconds, so that is not a long ride at all, but there are some very, very fun elements added to it, and some very awesome ones and some scary ones as well, so you are going to really like this coaster. The fill is 33 out of 100, I don't know why. The nausea is 59 out of 100, I don't know why, but we'll find out later on. So the max speed, 88.73 miles per hour. Like I said, 49 seconds long. There's only one drop on this one and no inversion, so you know it's going to be quite a short coaster, like I said, I've been talking about in this episode. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the coaster rolling. So I hope you enjoy. Wasn't that coaster amazing? It was very, very fast as well. Like I said, it took me quite a few minutes to design a roller coaster that would go really fast and then go off the rails and that and crash into the distance and that, but that was really, really good, that design. Like I said, I really enjoyed doing the fire hoops, the blades at the end as well, to try and make it more scary and that. Like I said, it is not too scary. I'm not making it scary or anything. This is for fun because Halloween is in a few weeks. Best time of the year, you have your sweets, you go trick or treating, and then some people watch horror movies like I do, but you know, Halloween is getting very, very near and I can't wait. So, hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Coast of the Week. I hope you're going to continue watching the videos that are going to be going online. Hang on a minute, why is it going black and white? Oh god, there's something wrong. Bear with me everyone, I'll try and fix this. I don't know why it's gone black and white, but there must be some sort of ghost in here somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I'll finish this off quickly. I don't know, it's so scary, I don't know what's in here. Like I said, keep watching Branthwaite Productions and just watch the video. So make sure you follow Facebook, I've got to finish this off because this is going to get really scary in a minute. Anyway, thank you very much for watching Branthwaite Productions, and I'll try and sort this ghost out and video. See you later everyone, bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Close of the Week. I hope you're going to continue watching the videos that are going to be going online. Why is it going black and white? Oh god, there's something wrong. Bear with me everyone, I'll try and fix this. I don't know why it's gone black and white, but there must be some sort of ghost in here somewhere. I really enjoyed doing Coast of the Week today. I'm very excited about the series, how well it's going and that. So basically, I didn't know what's going to happen, but I didn't know why that ghost came while I was doing recording today. But you never know, things do happen. You know, ghosts do appear in Halloween, so it must have been me that I might have got too scared or something. So yeah, basically, it was a nightmare doing it, but I'm going to be pretty sure there's going to be no more nightmares tonight. So, for now, good night. Just hope no more nightmares. Oh my god. I just had a nightmare. I don't know what happened in my dream, but I must have been dreaming about really scary things. So, let's try and go back to sleep again. It still keeps happening. I still keep getting dreams. Really terrible dreams. I don't understand. I don't get it. Well, I'll try and go to sleep, but, you know, I'm sure there's going to be no more nightmares going on tonight. Good night. Very good morning everyone. God, those dreams were so scary last night. I couldn't even sleep because of what happened. It was like, you know, I had the ghost on Coast of the Week episode 1 where he came in and started to mess up with the recordings and that made me feel scared. And then last night I had this really terrible dream of being in an old graveyard and getting chased by ghosts, and God, that was so scary. But at least I haven't overslept anyway. Anyway, I'm going to check the time. The time is 25 to 11. Oh God. Well, hello there everyone and welcome back to another episode of Spooky Coast of the Week. I hope you all had a fantastic week so far and I hope you enjoyed that really good episode of Spooky Coast of the Week, which went online over a week, just last week ago. So basically episode 1 was one of the best ones I've ever done because quite a lot of you were really enjoying it, and just thank you very much for watching. I put lots and lots of effort into that video because it's a bit different from last year, because you want to have a look at what actually happened last year with the series, because like I said, didn't have any music, didn't have any, not many scary coasters back then. But this year it's different, it's a lot different, it's got more soundtracks in it, and the coasters are much scarier than last year's. And speaking of coasters, we're going to be doing one right now. So this coaster I'm going to be doing is called the Scare-O-Skelter. Now it's a bit of a scary name because this coaster is very scary, it's quite high up, and plus it has a lot of spiral drops. So basically the coaster it starts off with a little curved hill, and then it goes down a few helix drops, and then it makes its way up a really big lift hill which goes all the way up right into the sky, and then it starts to go down the spiral drop. And you will notice when you watch the POV in a minute, the coaster gets faster and faster and faster until it reaches its max speed, because this is why I wanted to make each coaster a bit scary, and it's really fun. Like I said, hope you enjoyed last week. I'm glad to say that ghost that appeared in the video last week, he's definitely not going to be in it anymore, so make sure you do look out for any other strange going on as well. So now let's get straight into this coaster. So let's have a look at the statistics. £7,190 to build this coaster. Capacity is 18 because there's 6 in each car. It's not a train, it's literally just like just separate cars and that. And it's 1 minute and 25 seconds, so it's quite a big coaster, but it is very quick, and that's why you might notice it's not quick enough. So the thrill rating, definitely 100 out of 100 it said, and the nausea is actually at its full level, which is going to be one of the most worst coasters and most scariest ones ever. So without further ado, let's get straight into this on my POV of the Scare-O-Skelter. Hope you enjoy. Wow, what a very long coaster that was. It was very high up, and like I said, if you noticed when you watched the start of the ride, you will probably see the massive spiral drop that I actually created to make the coaster go round and round in circles. And basically that's why I wanted to make it a bit dizzy, a bit exciting, scary and that. So yeah, that's literally the coaster that I've been doing this week, and literally, like I said, halfway through the series. And quite a lot of you out there watched the first episode of it last year, so thank you very much for that. And episode 2 now we're in, and basically we've got 2 more to go. because we've got next week and then the week after that, and then that'll be it. And then after that, we'll then be back to our normal regular series. So basically, thank you very much for watching the first 2 episodes so far. And yeah, so it's going to be really, really good in the next few weeks. So basically that's it. Thank you very much for watching Coast of the Week. Make sure you keep following the channel on Facebook, Instagram, and all the other stuff and like that. So, no, the ghost is back again. Dear. Never mind, I'll sort this video out again. The ghost keeps coming back, and I have no idea why he keeps coming back, but you know, it's a bit scary. So, that's it then for this video. Make sure you keep commenting, subscribing to the channel, and give the videos a like. And I'll see you next week for another episode of Spooky Coast of the Week. See you later, everyone. Bye for now. Let's sort this ghost out. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Spooky Coast of the Week. I hope you all enjoyed last week's episode of the series, because last week I decided to mix things up a bit with the episode and the trailers, because last week I included a little reflection on what happened the week before. For example, the ghost came in the in my room when I was doing recording, and then after that I then included another flashback with me in bed on the Saturday night I literally finished recording the episode. So what I actually did was, the scene when I'm in bed was actually recorded on the Friday before the Saturday, because basically I wanted to include this. So basically I did a story of the recording I literally did. It literally happened at the same time I was doing the ghost, and then after that, on that night, it was then me in bed just having nightmares about the ghost and that. So make sure you check that episode out. Also, yesterday, the first of 2 videos just went online with me doing the behind the scenes tour of how the episode is created. I literally did episode 1. I'm actually going to be doing episode 2, because episode 2 is really, really different, because like I said, what I just talked about just a few minutes ago was relevant. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this week's roller coaster. So this week, it's going to be a bit of a different coaster. It's not going to be too high, it's not going to be too sick, it's not going to be too scary to watch, but it's going to be a little bit scary, because I'm going to be adding some really, really scary music in the background when I do the POV in a few minutes. So, what we're going to review this week, it is called the Runaway Ghost Train. So basically, it's like a runaway train themed roller coaster. I've got one of these in my park in the game already. So basically, let's have a look at the statistics and thrill data. So let's start with the thrill data. 100 out of 100. That is really good. The nausea is 57 out of 100, which is good, but it's not quite as fast. It's not too sick, and it's very thrilling as well. So 43.82 miles per hour is the speed. It's the max speed. The average is 28.1 miles per hour, and the duration is 1 minute and 25. And basically, there are 15 drops on this coaster. We'll just have a look at the statistics quickly, and then we'll be on the POV. So, £6,430 to build, and 12 riders because it's one train. And yeah, so that's literally the statistics and thrill data of this ride. So, without further ado, let's get straight onto this on my POV of the Runaway Ghost Train. Enjoy! Well, I hope you enjoyed that little roller coaster that I actually designed myself. What I did like about it was that it had quite a few drops in it, and basically what it was, it didn't have any banks, it didn't have any inversion. So what it was literally, it was just a runaway train going around a circuit of track. It was literally had a big hill. It was just going around tight bends and that, and it was just had little hops in the middle of it. So basically, hope you enjoyed this week's POV of that coaster, because next week it is the final episode of the series, and I want to make this episode absolutely best. I want to make it really scary. I want to have more coasters than ever before, and I want to try and make it the best episode so we can make the last episode the very best of the series. So, and I want to make sure this series finishes off in a very big hit. So basically, I'm going to be having more roller coasters and more POVs next week. So thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another episode or another video here on the channel very soon. See you later everyone, bye for now. Well, hello there everyone, and welcome to the last ever episode of Spooky Coaster of the Week Series 2. I hope you all enjoyed the series so far, and I've really enjoyed making it myself. I'm very, very sad that is now time for Halloween to come to an end here on Branthwaite Productions. I hope you enjoyed the last 3 episodes of Spooky Coaster of the Week, but this episode, it is going to be a very, very long one, because there are not 1, not 2, but 3 spooky roller coasters to get through in this last bumper edition of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Like I said, the coasters are not really that scary. They're to entertain, they're to make it really, really spooky, thrilling, and just to make it a bit of Halloween atmosphere, to be honest, because like I said, there's 3 roller coasters to get through. The first one's not scary, the second one gets a little bit scary, and the third and final one is the most scariest I've ever done. So without further ado, let's get straight into this bumper episode of Spooky Coaster of the Week. So then, moving on to coaster number 1. So this is called the Wagon Trail of Death. Now what it is, it's basically, it's nothing too exciting about this coaster, but it is really, really good because it goes up the lift hill and then goes down and then crashes into a rock. So basically, this is what I'm going to be having a look at right now. So if I go into the statistics of this coaster, it's called the Wagon Trail of Death, 1,540 pounds to build, capacity is 6, only 1 car. The thrill rating is 19 out of 100, not very good at all. The naughty is 15 out of 100, which is okay, but it's not too sick. It's just literally a roller coaster going up the lift hill and then crashes into a rock below. And then the full data, 58.9, 19 miles per hour, which is the max speed. The average speed, 17.23. Only 1 drop on this one because, like I said, it is just a lift hill with a drop. So yeah, that's literally it for the full data and statistics. So without further ado, let's get straight into this spooky roller coaster. Enjoy. So there you go, that was literally the small coaster called the Wagon Trail of Death. Hope you enjoyed that short little coaster that I did. It was literally like basically a wagon car going up a lift hill and then crashes into a rock below, and then it starts to shake because literally it's really scary, and that goes into the rock and disappears into a dust of smoke. Hope you really enjoyed that coaster. What I did enjoy about it was that it was very high. It wasn't too naughty or too sick or anything. So basically, that's what I literally enjoyed about doing this little coaster. So without further ado, let's move on to coaster number 2. So like I said a few minutes ago, as we go through each coaster starts to get scary one by one. So basically, we're halfway through this episode now, looking at a little scarier roller coaster than the last one. And basically, this coaster is called Scary Mouse. So this coaster is basically a wild mouse themed roller coaster. It's literally got a lot of twists to it. It has a lot of banks. It's got a big lift hill at the start. Basically, it goes around a lot of banks, and there are some fire hoops at the end of the ride, just towards we nearly approach the station. It's basically a ride that literally is really fun. It just twists around, and the car spins around at the same time when you go around the twists and when you go up the lift hill as well. So let's have a look at the manage section, and let's go into our full data and statistics. We'll start with the full data. Max speed 58.70 miles per hour. The average speed is 36.63 miles per hour. There's 4 drops on this ride, no inversions. And the statistics: £4,020 to build, 16 in total because that's 4 cars. It's just 1 car, 4 riders per car. 65 out of 100 is the thrill rating, and the nausea is 43 out of 100. So basically not a too bad little coaster. So let's have a look at this coaster in action, enjoying the next ride. So there you have it. That was the second roller coaster I did, which was called Scary Mouse, or Scary Mouse I should say. It's called Scary Mouse. Got my names mixed up there. So basically, I really enjoyed that little coaster because basically it had a big lift hill, and you might have noticed when it was going up the lift hill, you saw the car starting to spin around a little bit. So basically, the car itself spun when it went through the banks as well. And I love, my favourite bit at the end is when I actually added in the fire hoop alleys, which was really good, and I thought I'd give it a little bit of scare factor in it as well to make the coaster a little bit scary. So there you go, that's 2 coasters done, 1 more to go, and this last one is going to be the most scariest one of all. So let's have a look at it, shall we? Here we go then, it's time for the last ever roller coaster of Spooky Coaster of the Week Series 2. It's been fun so far, it's been absolutely brilliant doing this series, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it as well as I have as well. So basically, let's have a look at this awesome roller coaster. So basically, first of all, I'm going to give you a little talk about it. So basically, this roller coaster is called Trick or Treat. Now this is a really scary roller coaster, and it's actually the most scariest one I've ever done for the series. And like I said, when I do another one next year, I'm going to have another scary one similar to that coaster I've got on the telly right now. So let's have a look at it. So this is called Trick or Treat. It's basically a very scary roller coaster. It starts off with a very long curved lift hill before it then goes down a really curved drop, similar to the lift hill. Goes around the banks, a few hills, and then we have some launches as well to launch the car into the next section of the track. And then afterwards, after it's done all the course, it's then going to go up one last massive lift hill, and then it is going to crash down below. So let's have a look at the statistics and field data before we start our final ride. So the field data we'll have a look at, it's called Trick or Treat, 88.92 miles per hour. This is the fastest coaster I've ever done. Average speed is 32.89 miles per hour. There's 14 drops and there's 1 inversion. And yeah, so basically, and it's actually 1 minute and 54 seconds long, which is the longest one out of them all. Statistics, £9,330 to build. That is a lot of money for a coaster that I've been building. Capacity is 12, 4 riders per car, and there's 3 there. And it's even Steven. Thrill rating 100 out of 100, and then Naughty is 100 out of 100. It's basically the sickest roller coaster that I'm now going to show you right now. So, without further ado, let's get on. It's a very, very scary coaster. Hope you enjoy the ride. So that is literally it then for this series of Spooky Coaster Week. I hope you really enjoyed that last coaster I literally designed on that telly there. Really good. I thought I really enjoyed it. It took about 40 seconds to reach the top from the station, and basically I thought it was really long, and it literally took about 8 seconds to get down to the bottom of that curved lift hill. So basically really good coaster, and I like the way I've added some launch sections at it as well. I've also added a corkscrew as well to make it really scary, and the most scariest bit was when the coaster went up that final big lift hill and then it crashed. It then tumbled right down to the bottom and disappeared in a dust of smoke. So basically there you go. That is literally it then for this series of Spooky Coaster of the Week. I hope you really enjoyed this series. Basically I've been doing lots of new things to it this year. Added some titles, I've done some soundtracks, I've literally added in some music for the coasters as well, and I hope you really enjoyed that as well. And thank you so much for watching this series. It really means a lot to me. I've been working hard on this all year round and throughout this month, and thank you so much for tuning into every episode that I've actually been doing. So well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the Branthwaite Productions YouTube channel. Now for the next few minutes I'm going to be showing you some of the episodes that I've been doing over the past 2 weeks with the brand new series of Spooky Coaster of the Week. Now some of you will notice that last year I did a short series of Spooky Coaster of the Week, and you will notice that this series is a little bit different than last year's, because in the next few minutes I'm going to be talking about episode 1, and then in the next part I'll then be talking about episode 2, which will be online in the next few days. So first of all I'm going to be just talking to you about episode 1. So I'm just going to give you a little introduction. So basically, for the series, there has to be an opening title. So basically, this is what the opening title will look like for every single coaster I do for the next, well, we've got for tomorrow and next week. So basically, this is what it looks like. It's got, if I click on the text, you can see here it says Spooky Coaster of the Week, and I've put it in Franklin Gothic Heavy. So you can see here I've changed it to red, I've centered it as well, and then for this one, for the episode 1 The Blade, I've chose Roboto Light, and then I've got white as well for the name of that coaster. So there you go. So basically, I'm just going to be showing you the effect, what I did. So basically, when it pauses, I'll just do a little play. There we go. So you can see here, I've got a stacked effect. It's like a television and that. And the wheel, I mean, it is the white. I've actually added some white to it as well, instead of making it all black and white. So you can see here, I'm actually covered in the stacked. You can see my face is white as well. And literally the whole background is in the television stacked. So also then, I've also added a conclusion at the end, and it says to be continued. Now what this means is, it's not actually the end of the series. What it actually is that it's going to be continuing. So basically, for example, this is episode 1, this was on the 6th of October, and then for example, the next one goes online on the 13th of October, the next one goes, this one coming this week is going to be the 20th, and then the next one, which will be the final one, which will go live on the 27th of October. So basically, it's just week after week. It's prime time, and the coasters are getting scarier each time. So basically, if I'm going to just go back. So basically, I've been doing 2 coasters so far. We've got 2 more to go, halfway there. Just got tomorrow, and then next week, a few scary coasters along the way. And I've also added some music as well. You can see here, if I go onto my music, this is the music I've been using for the last 2 episodes, and basically there's going to be more coming very, very soon. So basically, that's literally it for this really short video of Spooky Coaster Week. I'm going to put this in, like, you know, 2 parts. So basically, this was episode 1, and basically the next part I'm going to do is episode 2. So basically, it's just, you know, just I'm putting this in different parts because episode 2 is a lot different than episode 1, because episode 2 is going to be quite long to talk about. Nothing much going on in this one, but episode 2 is definitely going to be a very, very long one to talk about. So thank you very much for watching the start of this behind the scenes tour. Like I said, the part 2 episode will then go online in the next few days, and make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching Branthwaite Productions, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Hello there everyone, and welcome to the final part of the behind the scenes tour of Spooky Coaster Week. Now Halloween may be over, but I am going to be showing you one more episode that I've literally been doing over the past few weeks in October. So basically, this time I'm going to be looking at episode 2. So basically, episode is a lot different than episode 1, because as you can see, it is quite long. Because basically, I've been doing a lot and lots of different scenes throughout the entire episode. So you can see here, I've been doing lots of little, like, you know, I did a little recap video, I did like a scary scene, I did like, you know, the ghost at the end and that, but I'm actually going to be showing you all the different parts I've been doing. So if we go along here, so over here we can see the last week text over there, and that is to recap what actually happened last week. And basically, if I go to this little video here, this is basically me just talking about the end of episode 1, and literally the whole entire screen went into darkness and had TV stacked it going around it, and it's just literally like really scary to make it really, really horror, like, you know, to make the audience feel scared, make myself feel scared and that. So yeah, that's literally how I did that. Now basically if we go to the next one, it's literally like the ghost. The ghost came to life. It was a soul. It was a ghost that was, spoiling the video that appeared at the end of the episode and that. And then basically you got more TV tactic going on there. And then this next scene I'm going to be talking to you about took quite a long while to do because I had to literally get this right. So basically here is myself in bed on that night of episode 1 that I literally did. You can see me, I'm in bed. And like I said, everything's normal. I've got my little light on that. And then I just switch off the light. And then it goes into complete darkness. And all of a sudden some scary music starts playing in the background. I go into sleep and I have lots of nightmares. And basically this happens twice in the scene. So basically if we go about here, you can see it's still going. And basically you can just see me, I just got up, had a nightmare. Then I go back to sleep for a little while. And then suddenly I'll just get back up and then the night, just comes to a really terrible end. Then after that, the nightmares then just stop. And then 1 week later, episode 2 then goes online. And here is the scene of me getting out of bed, talking about how I didn't sleep that night. And then literally I have a look at my watch and suddenly I was late. And then the episode had started. So basically that's literally it then for this part. And basically at the end of this episode I literally used a some sort of other TV tactic. I used a different version this time. There was no black and white tactic going on in the background. It was just like a different old style TV tactic I used. And basically it's just like I really enjoyed doing the series. And basically I've used lots and lots of different different filters and overlays and that, and I just really enjoyed using it, to be honest, and I can't wait to do another series of it next year. So there you go then, that is literally it, and you can see here to be continued, and then the next week would then start. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of the behind the scenes. Also, I hope you enjoyed the first one as well, which I talked about the first episode. This one was a bit different. It was quite long, had lots of features this time, and I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching Branthwaite Productions, and I'll see you in another video here on the channel very soon. See you later everyone, bye for now.